What is it? It's a natural substance, and it's harvested from seawater, which is allowed to evaporate in great big pans. It forms a crust, and that's scraped together with bulldozers into huge piles, from which it's processed and crushed into white crystals, and they're ground down into this sort of powder, which you and I sometimes eat. It is, in fact, salt, and very interesting stuff, Dean.
Isn't it?
Grab that tube and I'll show you. All right, now that's a glass tube, so we can all see what's happening. Here's a tissue, very weak thing, a tissue. Shove it over the end and trap it with a rubber band.
Stretch tightly?
Indeed.
Okay.
Make it all the weaker.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 turns of the rubber band.
Okay.
How's that?
Good. Wouldn't take much to go through that, would it?
Not much at all.
Do you think the weight of salt dropping on it would go through?
Well, dropping from that height, I'd say there's a good chance that it would go through.
Let's see. It's pretty weak stuff, tissue. Let's try. Thump, thump, thump. Did it go through?
No. It's holding the salt.
Taking up
in fact, we now have about 1/3 of a tube of salt.
Oh, well, let's put a bit more in and see if the weight will
We're
go
at great
through.
risk now because
Must
more
be
and
getting-
more weight pressing down on the tissue. No, that's amazing.
close.
It's still holding.
Okay, well, we'll have to do something more drastic. Grab that stick
Yes.
and thump the salt on the top and push it through.
Push it
Yeah.
from here.
Ram it through.
Hard as I like.
So it spills on the table.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Again?
Didn't come through. 1,
All the
2,
way
3.
through.
That's crazy. It won't go
Indeed
down.
it won't. Just stop and I'll show you something. If I take that off, hold the tube up.
Yes.
If I take that off and tap it a bit,
Yeah.
all that salt spills out until we get to with about 2 or 3 centimetres of where you were.
And that's jammed in.
It is jammed in. Now it won't be because there's no salt underneath it. But it's very funny stuff. When you hit salt grains, the grains all pack and spread the load so that the force goes out sideways and jam in sideways, and they don't transmit it any further than about there. So the tissue is absolutely safe. It's a very peculiar property, and not just of salt. Lots of things in granular form do it. Sand does, which is why people use sandbags if there's a danger of an explosion. Say a bomb goes off and fragments are flying everywhere. If they hit the sandbag, they'll pack those granules and spread the force sideways, not through it. If you're sheltering behind the sandbag, the chances are you'll be safe.